Hello, I'm Susan Marlowe from the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina, and I am here to show you a product, Golden Extra Heavy Gel, and I'm going to show you one of the ways that, or a couple of ways that I like to use it. Sometimes I use it to apply a print to one of these cradled wooden panels, but also I'm going to, I had this painting framed in a sort of a heavy frame, and I felt like the frame was overpowering the painting, and I decided I wanted to apply it to this panel. I thought it would show off the painting better and give it a sort of a sleeker, more modern look. So let's go ahead and do that. I've taken it out of its frame, and I've got my trusty popsicle stick, and I'm going to apply fairly thick coat of the Golden Heavy Gel to this cradled panel. It's great for adhering, particularly heavier items, collage items. So if you've got something that's heavier fabric, or buttons, or just anything that's heavier that you want to collage on, I'll reach for my heavy gel. So I wouldn't want to use anything lighter than a heavy gel to really make sure it's going to stay on. So here's my painting. I'll flip it over, and I'm going to apply another coat to the entire back. I like painting on surfaces that are kind of standard size. That way they're easy to make prints of also. And they're good for, you can use, if you do like to frame, you can use a standard frame, or in this case, a standard size. I think this is 8 by 12 cradle panel. So, I'm going to just put it on. Make sure it's all the edges are even. And I think I'm going to use my brayer, my squeaky brayer, to apply some pressure to it. Put a little paper towel over it. And when I brayer, I always go from the center out. I told you it was squeaky. Just get a good pressure on it. And also, if you've got excess medium, it'll squeeze it out the sides. You could just remove that. This medium looks white when you apply it and you look at it, but it will dry completely clear. So you don't need to worry about if you've got something on it. Now, what's important next is I always put some wax paper when I've used this for applying either a painting or a print or whatever. Because if I got a little bit of this on the top, when I put my weight on top of it, it might stick to it. So I've learned the hard way to use wax paper. So put something heavy on top, like stack up some books, and then no peeking for 24 hours. That's important to give it really a long time adequate time to really adhere so that you know that it's going to be permanent. So I'm going to go put something heavy on this right now. Make sure that my edges, I'm happy with my edges. I am going to go back with black gesso and paint the edges of the painting after this dries. Okay, another thing that you can do with Golden Extra Heavy Gel is give yourself some definition, some 3D effect. So for this painting, I put it on really quite heavily and then used actually a plaster tool to put the wavy lines in, but you can also use something like corrugated cardboard to give your texture, or stamps or whatever you like to use for texture. Here's some more paintings that I used for texturing the gel on the board of the paintings. So thanks for stopping by. Hello, I'm Susan Marlowe from the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina, and I am here to show you a product, Golden Extra Heavy Gel, and I'm going to show you one of the ways that, or a couple of ways that I like to use it. Sometimes I use it to apply a print to one of these cradled wooden panels, but also I'm going to, I had this painting framed in a sort of a heavy frame,